What's up, guys? Dr. Shackles here. As I'm sure you've all heard, the beta for Cold War went live today at 1 p.m., and I've been binging it like it's air ever since. And while I've been loving what I've been able to play, it's not without its downfalls. Let me mention that as a disclaimer, I couldn't care less about Cold War multiplayer. When this game releases, the very first thing I'm doing is playing the campaign, and after that, it's zombies 24/7 to tide me over until Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. So first things first, gunplay. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was actually pretty impressed with the gunplay itself. I was wholeheartedly expecting ultra arcade style gunplay. Stupid fast reloads no matter what weapon, extremely quick TTK or time to kill, and not very realistic or enjoyable weapons. The ADS being wickedly fast and no way to win fights against multiple opponents, I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of the guns from the era that the Cold War is set in. I'm a bit of a fanboy for modern tactical weapons I can deck out with wonky attachments or skins, but I actually found myself enjoying the feel of a Woodstock AK in my digital hands, and if you know me, you know I hate AK variants. Sorry, Brandon Herrera. But for the good parts of gameplay anyways, the weapons feel really nice and the TTK may be quick, but it's still long enough to feel accomplished in a gunfight. For being much more arcade style than its predecessor, it is possible to win gunfights against multiple enemies. In my opinion, it all comes down to two things: aim ability and movement style. Class setup is literally just modern warfare, but with way more important information given for weapon modifications, and I absolutely love it. Which leads us into the cons. I don't love the movement, and I mean the base movement. It feels chunky, slow, and it feels as if it's lacking anything exciting. The quickness of a slide is a nice touch, but it leaves me feeling as if I need to slide everywhere just to get to where I'm going without being bored in between. But then again, this could just be me being spoiled by the extravagant variety that Modern Warfare offers and its sprint, slide, and mounting features. I did enjoy most of the guns, but I have some serious complaints about these as well. The guns themselves sound okay, but they don't have this innate kick to them, and I don't feel as if I can really feel myself shooting them sometimes. Now I know how that sounds. Shax, my man, you say. How in the hell can you feel yourself shooting a gun through the mouse and keyboard? It's actually a thing, trust me. Through game design bringing sound and motion, and mechanics like recoil, sight picture, and flinch, you can get pretty damn close to simulating how it really feels to take a breath, aim down your sights, and absolutely dome your enemy with a well-placed round. This is something Modern Warfare did really well, but they also had problems on the other side of the spectrum. It was a general consensus that sometimes that shit was just deafening. You go to shoot your AX-50 and bam, you lose your surrounding hearing for half a second. And in a game mode like Search and Destroy or Warzone, sometimes hearing your enemy's footstep is the only thing standing between you and a bullet between your eyes in the next few seconds. I will give bonus points to Cold War for coming out of the box with the most perfect sounding sound so far. Footsteps are clear and concise and not really prone to directional inaccuracies. But again, they leaned a little hard on this one and said a little too good sometimes. It seems as though it's hard to just perfect one thing these days. Or maybe I'm just being picky. As for lethals and tacticals, I'm honestly just disappointed. I don't like anything about them. Not only are they essentially useless unless you get a direct hit, but the very use of them just feels weird. The throw distance at times feels like you can lob it a mile away for some, and for others you can barely chuck it a few yards. In my many hours of playing so far, I've gotten like 2 kills, and those were only with the Simtex that I stuck directly on an enemy. Equipment feels as if you might as well not bother with it in my opinion. Okay now, snipers. I'm so torn because the quickscoper in me is in love with the snipers as they are currently. The ADS for the very first sniper you use is so damn jarring, and it's almost instantaneous. But the realist in me can see this being a major balance issue in the future, as you can now viably use a sniper in any map. And with most of the maps, they're on the larger side, so while you have people using semi-auto rifles and SMGs only being good for short to medium range, snipers can really be used for all 3 ranges, short, medium, and long. But if I'm being honest with myself, with like 2 weapon modifications, pretty much any assault rifle can be viable for ridiculously long distances. So, balanced, I guess? I feel as though I'm being a bit nitpicky here though, so for as far as gameplay, I'm going to give Cold War a solid 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it with very minor annoyances. On to maps! I like them. 9 out of 10. No, I really don't have much to say about it. The maps are fun, pretty balanced, and they look really pretty. I do have some suggestions though. Add more dynamic map objects, and to be a little more hyper-specific, move the flags and the capture the flag on the map cartel. That one's just slightly unbalanced. Fix those few things and I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I've played all the game modes and I must say it's all pretty standard. I was only surprised once and disappointed once. Aside from the standard CTF and TDM, the standout game modes that they presented for me were VIP Escort and Operation Dirty Bomb. I was very pleasantly surprised by the VIP Escort, and honestly I feel like it's a game mode me and my group of friends will actually play and enjoy ourselves. Yeah, we can do standard TDM, but eventually that gets boring. VIP Escort was not only fun, but I was really just astounded that there was actual conductive teamwork all centered around the VIP, and for a standard Call of Duty community, it's not common. But I was also sorely disappointed in Dirty Bomb. Personally, it felt as though it required a lot more teamwork than it will ever receive, and it sucks to feel that way because I feel like it's such a clever and fun game mode. I really want to congratulate Treyarch on making such a fun game mode, because even though the many games I played never had any solid teamwork, I had way too much fun going around detonating mini-bombs and launching out of the air when I respawn. It's a derivative, but definitely entertaining. And with how close the UI is to Warzone, I have a bit of a feeling this is going to tie into Modern Warfare when it releases. I give the game mode an 8 out of 10. I'm going to hope for a lot more variety than what they've given us so far, but I do like what I've seen. All in all, I'll give the Cold War beta a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'll get a lot of hours of enjoyment, but I'll probably find myself getting tired in the same game modes and gameplay. But then again, when Cold War releases, Zombies is going to be my main focus until Cyberpunk 2077 drops, and I'm probably going to be playing that and only that. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you Starside.